So you're 25 and older, or you're approaching the age where you're no longer a high risk on insurance. Congratulations. Welcome to the group. I couldn't wait until that happened. The prices can quite literally cut in half. The companies that you're going to find online that are recommended to be some of your best options, I am personally going to go through and talk about some of the companies for a short time so you can get an idea of what's the best fit for you specifically and how you can get the best deals with each of these. Hey guys, I'm Mark with Think Insurance, and if you get value out of this video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up. If you guys want to learn more about insurance, how to save money over time, and as you progress in your life cycle where you're buying houses, getting cars, boats, all of that fun stuff, we're gonna go ahead and recommend that you subscribe and turn the bell icon on. Those are just the things I go over on this channel. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there is also a link below where you can buy me a cup of coffee. That really keeps me going. I appreciate that portion. And there's also a company that you can do quotes with where you can text really quickly, takes about 5 minutes, and you can get some prices right over text. Now you may want to know what are your best options in your specific state, so I'm happy to help there. If you guys want to leave a comment below, I'm happy to answer whatever I can. Now starting off in the number one spot in no specific order is Allstate. Allstate is really just a good average company. They're not so great when you're under 25, even though they do fall in that category as one of the options. But once you hit that 25 and older mark, you're now less of a risk, and they're really looking for that type of client. So their prices that they're going to give you are going to range right around that $1,100 to $1,200 per 6 months. So you're going to pay roughly about $200 in car insurance, obviously depending on the type of coverages that you go with. They're followed up by Farmers Insurance, which is a really good company. If you haven't watched our 19 and younger video, we talk about how they're a great fit. They're trained really well. They know what options are good for you. And they do a little bit of what's called value-based selling, which is something I really like, where they focus on some of your needs and wants more than just getting you the cheapest deal out the door. And that probably has something to do with the way that they're ranking in this category. They're about $900 to $1,000 per 6 months. So they're starting to knock those prices down without cutting a lot of those coverages out. Trailing behind them is two of the companies that I actually really like a lot is going to be Liberty Mutual and Progressive. Progressive in my previous video was listed here as 2020's top company in my opinion, overall being the best fit, because if you get a ticket, if you have something major happen, they tend to be a really good fit. They offer a ton of discounts and they're going to give you a lot of good options. Liberty Mutual is kind of a premium brand in my opinion, where you're going to get that live agent, you're going to get a lot of good advice. You will want to know some of your coverages ahead of time just to compare, because some of the agents, it depends on the agent that you get. This can be anywhere, but you got to make sure that the agent is giving you the right coverages, not just cutting the prices down to get you in the door. That's not necessarily to say what they specifically do, but I have had some examples in a lot of companies that just are agent specific. They really want the business, so they're going to get you the best deal, but you want to make sure you get the best coverages mixed in with that. And then you've got two really big competitors. You've got State Farm, who in a lot of states like Florida is crushing it, and other states where they are competitive for now. They're known for getting in the door really good for a few years. They're not trying to scam anybody, but they do creep up rates over time, and they're big. They're the number one size of a company in the US. So going with them, you're going to be in a large pool that's going to lower some of that risk. Plus, they're really good, similar to Allstate, where they are competitive. None of these companies so far have any coverages that are really specific that are going to knock you out of the ballpark as far as coverages go, unless you're looking to get something like gap insurance. Companies like Progressive and I believe State Farm and even Allstate usually offer those gap insurances, but not all of these companies are going to give you those extra options. And then we have GEICO Insurance. Personally, at this level, I would probably lean away from GEICO. Although they are competitive, they're going to be right around that $100 to $150 a month range. So you're going to get a pretty decent deal, but you're going to get pooled with a lot of other risks because they are competitive with the younger group. Not to say that they're bad, but that profile mixed with yours and the profile that they're looking for is going to kind of keep you in a risky bunch. So your price may not waver a lot, but it's more likely to creep up over time just because of the risk that they have. And then if you have any contacts of anyone in the military or government assistance, then you can get into USAA. And USAA is one of the best companies in the nation right now. They were last year and the year before really high up as far as customer satisfaction. If you have a claim, you want to know that these companies are going to take care of you. And USAA, if you're qualified, which means you have somebody that is part of the government or has been in the military, then that's the way into the door there. They'll give you some really good rates, but they also have really good customer service on top of it. Now at this level, we're just talking about car insurance. If you are a homeowner, you're gonna wanna get a little bit more detailed with which company you wanna go with. I'm gonna put a link below to a company that I mentioned before you can text or call, and they'll give you some options. If you're a homeowner, they give you the best deals. You're gonna get anywhere from 20 to 25% off of your home and auto insurance by combining the two. So definitely something to look at, especially if you're in a higher risk area. Adding renters will do that same discount. So sometimes you add an additional coverage that saves you more than what the coverage was. It'll ultimately net you a better price, and it might be worth it to think about. I'm also gonna put the link to my discounts video here so you can go through some options where you can save the most money. Otherwise, I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I'll see you in the next one.